Pay £1.20. £1.20 for 2 hours of parking. The gym doesn't even have free car parking.
I wasted my entire first year at university. Not failed, I got good grades, but I still wasted it nonetheless. And it took me almost a whole year to even realize I had wasted it. So if you're starting uni this September, or if you've already started first year, you're a few weeks in and you can feel something's off, but you can't just put a name for it, then this is for you. Because nobody actually warned you about this. Everyone just says, first year doesn't count, relax bro. There were 3 specific mistakes I made. One of them I didn't even realize until I was already 8 months into the course. Another seems so insignificant and so minor that you guys are probably going to wonder if I'm being serious right now. And then another one is one that catches most students out quite quickly. So if you want to skip that version of yourself in first year where you find out too late, stay with me now because most people end up making mistake 1 in week 1 and realize far too late. Let's get into it.
You guys can see I'm in my car right now. Upper body session has been completed and felt okay. I feel like I didn't actually bother with my Kelso shrugs, so that's one thing. I should have probably done my Kelsos, but I got a little tired, wanted to do some cardio as well, hopped on the exercise bike, did some high intensity to help improve my explosiveness. And then after that, yeah, I just came back, was worried I'd run out on the parking. I have to pay £1.20. £1.20 for 2 hours of parking. The gym doesn't even have free car parking. And the gym membership is like £36 a month. Insanely brutal in here. The south of England has like some crazy extortionate prices compared to Manchester. Yeah, I'm in a new gym because I'm home for uni now and this is what I've got to deal with. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I had a decent session. I go early in the morning, so it's still busy though. Like, why the gym is busy at all times now for some reason. I thought people hopped off the gym grind because it sort of became less and less of a trend now compared to like the whole we go gym days, but it's actually a full trend right now. I hope my mic's working. If it's not, I'm gonna cry. But yeah, the whole like we go gym thing, like that sort of like made it die down after a while. But now it's like getting popular again. I guess it's because it's summer. Everyone wants to get summer lean, summer shreds, summer body or whatever. But yeah, I mean, this gym's a little bit like less social compared to what I wish it was. I don't really have any friends in this gym, but I still enjoy it though, because right now at like home, I've got like family members with like insane mental health conditions living with me. And I know this is gonna sound like kind of a thing, but like it's kind of nice to get out the house. It is nice to get out the house. So yeah, it gets quite exhausting living with people with like mental health conditions. And I know that sounds like, oh, you're horrible, you know, you're not taking care of your family or whatever. But I do take care of them. And all. It just gets exhausting sometimes. You end up having to put a lot of effort in for someone who may just not want to try. But yeah, that's this gym session done though. And yeah, I'm gonna drive to my friend's place now, drop off his tripod. Shyamalan, if you guys know him. He left his tripod and mic at my place the other day. So yeah, I'm just gonna drive there now.
Now, mistake 1 is confusing being busy with being productive. When I first got into uni, I was so busy. I was caught up. I was setting up my room. I was walking around the campus. It was Freshers Week, so I was going to the Freshers Fair and everything was so busy and hectic. There was so much going on. And I thought to myself, wow, I'm being so productive right now. Also due to the fact that I was going to every lecture and I had set up my Notion template so that I had a really nice, cool, like aesthetically looking Notion. I planned out every single lecture. I was making notes for every lecture, every little point, having the extra reading like tagged in, linked into each and every single Notion. Now this ended up completely screwing me over because I know I said I had good grades, but this is why this completely blindsided me, because having good grades made me be under the impression that I was perfectly fine. I was passing my academic exams, so what exactly was going wrong? So I ended up actually failing my first practical exam in university, which was, I do dentistry, okay, so it was a very simple practical exam. You had to do like a tooth filling on the little sculpt kits they give you, and these tooth fillings take around 5 minutes to do, and they gave us a whole hour to complete it. They were very, very generous with this, right? And I still managed to fail it due to the fact that I got so caught up in other things that I didn't revise because I was so busy. And I actually ended up doing a thing called productive procrastination, in which I was doing other things like doing my laundry, cooking and cleaning and meal prepping for the week, and doing all this other stuff and like aesthetically sorting out my notes and planning my Notion for the day, rather than actually sitting down and doing the tooth morphology practice, which I was meant to do. And this caused me to fail my first practical. And then the second practical came around in Sem 1 as well. And I had failed that one too, which was a role-playing one where there was between me, me acting as a dentist, and someone else acting as a patient. And I had to give them some advice on like brushing their teeth. It was so simple, and I ran out of time because I was just rambling in it and I hadn't practiced. The reason why is because I was so focused on the academic side of things. I completely neglected the practical side of university. The reason why I neglected this in the first place was because I was extremely busy in my head. I was doing all these things that make me sound busy. I was doing cleaning, cooking, meal prepping, like doing these aesthetic notes, living that uni day in the life lifestyle, when in reality, I wasn't doing anything at all, and I was just procrastinating doing the hard stuff. And I was actually the only one in my course to fail both practicals, which was extremely embarrassing. Now, the second mistake I made was neglecting social relationships with people because I was convincing myself that I was so locked in. I'm so locked in, I'm too busy with studying, there's no way I can manage social friendships. In reality, I was not busy at all. I had so much free time. It was first year, for God's sakes, you know, I didn't have that much academics to do, but I was still such a loser sociably. I had 0 friends in Sem 1 due to the fact that I just put it off completely. And this was an extremely bad mistake because I actually realized later on how important it is to build a social network in university. Because you realize in second and third years that these group study sessions that you do, note sharing and note taking together, references for your placements and when your future jobs, these all come from the social relationships that you make in first, second, and third years, generally throughout uni. I completely neglected this factor whilst I was going into university. I feel like I suffered for this a lot because I had 0 friends and I was in quite a bad mental state after Sem 1 to the point where I was quite worried about what I was going to do with myself in semester 2. And I made this affirmation that in semester 2, I'm going to be on it. I'm going to make friends whilst managing my academics and getting good grades and whilst not neglecting other areas of my life. And once I made this affirmation, I then put in the action points to do so. And then the action points were as followed. For example, speak to 2 new random people a day in my university, speak to 2 new random people a day in the gym, and then speak to 2 new random people a day just out and about in public. Essentially, this built the skills I needed to make friends and be more of a sociable, more of an amicable person. And this really helped me quite a lot in terms of building friends. And I actually ended up solving my problem going into Sem 3. And I actually ended up making 1 or 2 friends.
As you can see, the room is a mess, bro. Oh my god. Okay, I recently moved like all my stuff back from university, and so if you guys take a look at my parents like put all their clothes in my closet, dude. Like I don't know if you guys' parents do that, but my parents put all their clothes in my closet. Like that is not my pink fluffy jacket, guys. I promise you that's not my pink fluffy jacket. That's my mom's. So I've got a clothing rack here from university, which I'm gonna like reassemble. But there's so many little pieces, and it's gonna drive me crazy. And yeah, I've got to like essentially clean the room because like, oh my god, it's a one huge mess right now. I hope you guys can see me properly as well when I'm recording this. I'm using like the back camera, so if I'm not in the shot, I'm gonna cry after this. Yeah, I even got my dead graphics card here, dead GP 3060. I've got a 5060 in my PC right now. Okay, this is mistake number 4, guys, or whatever. This is just another mistake for first year uni. Do not get a clothing rack with 8 million pieces because you're gonna have to reassemble it sometime, and it's gonna take you absolutely forever. Oh, I don't even know. Wait, where are the screws? Okay, luckily I do have the screws. Look at all these screws. I don't know if you guys can see all of these screws. I'm jingling them right now. All of these screws, all of these little pipes and pieces, and they're all numbered with different numbers. This is gonna be one heck of an afternoon, guys.
Now, mistake 3 has got to be the one that hit me the hardest, and I didn't realize 8 months into university. It is the fact that I ended up treating first year like it didn't matter. You often hear people say, relax bro, it's first year, it doesn't count, or first year doesn't matter bro, just go out, have some fun, relax bro. And I took this way too seriously. I took this advice way too rigidly from other people, when in reality I should have just been sort of going through it and getting by on my own rather than listening to their advice. What I did was I completely neglected myself physically and let myself go. I completely stopped going to the gym in Sem 1 and I developed a huge gut, and my binge eating disorder got far too out of control. I had this attitude that no matter what problems I have, whether it's my binge eating disorder or not going to the gym, that I'd fix it in second year or I'd fix it in Sem 2 and I don't need to relax, and I can relax because it's just first year. This was a really bad outlook to have, because what I was doing at the time was very, very self-destructive. I'd come home from like a lecture and then I'd go M&S and I'd go M&S and I get the 5-pack of their cookies. And then I get 2 liters of milk, like the 2 liter 4-pint bottles. And I drink about 1.5 liter of milk with the 4 cookies all in 10 minutes whilst I was watching TV. And this wasn't even enjoyable. Like this was just like, I'll be honest, I'd just eat until it hurts. And then with the 5th one, I'd get to the 5th cookie and like once I'm past 1.5 liters of milk, and I'd go, you know what, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not doing this to myself. I'm destroying my body and I'm locking in right now. But I didn't want to waste the cookie and I didn't want to waste the milk. I've had this instilled from me very young, don't waste food, don't waste food. So what I did was I would eat the cookie, drink the milk, eat some cookie. I wouldn't actually eat it though. I'd chew it and I'd spit it out into the bin. Now, sounds like a great method, right? No, it's not a great method, because in reality, most of the calories get absorbed in your mouth anyway. So, and I learned that actually in dental school in some of my biomed lectures, but so completely useless and completely stupid method. But the worst part about it was that it wouldn't matter anyway, because in the morning, I'd go into the bin and I'd eat the chewed up cookies mixed in with the milk anyway. And oh my God, this was essentially just a horrible time of my life. I went from around like a leaner body fat percentage after 6th form to crazy body fats again, like from when I was younger. And essentially I just felt like, I felt horrible. I felt like I was dying essentially every single day of my life. And the way I broke out of this rut was through accepting that the advice they gave me was wrong. First year, like treating first year like it doesn't matter, has to be some of the stupidest advice you can give. You need to treat every single day like it matters in life, and that includes at university. So after Sem 2 finished, I started locking in more on my physical health and my diet and just my mental health in general, and I saw a crazy transformation occur in my body within around 90 days. I saw my physique get leaner, I saw my muscle come back like never before, and I just saw my mental health go crazy. I entered every single day feeling amazing. I felt amazing. I used to just lay down in my bed and I wouldn't even use my phone. I'd just lay there for an hour or two because of how depressed I felt in Sem 1, because I had no friends, because I had nothing to do all day, and I just felt really bad, because essentially everyone had made their friend groups in a week or two and I was just left alone and I just didn't have anything or anyone. So I would just lay in my bed all day doing absolutely nothing. And the transformation I saw was insane. I went from that to waking up feeling amazing every day. I'd wake up, I'd have some caffeine, I'd go work out, I'd come back, deep work session. After the deep work session, I'd have some food, do another deep work session, and then I'd go chill with friends. And it was amazing. Like once I started like making action points and start taking every single day of my life seriously, that's when I really started to see some results and really start to enjoy life.
Yeah, most of my meals, this is gonna be my post-workout meal. I try and include some balance of carbs, some balance of protein too, because I'm trying to get my carb up after to replenish my glycogen stores, which are gonna be depleted. Now, I used to track calories very, very meticulously, but recently I've decided to go against that due to the fact that I'm trying to go away from that space where I'm constantly tracking calories, and it really affects me when I'm eating out with friends. I feel that I end up tweaking out, because if there's not anything with calories on the menu, then I start saying like, oh, I can't eat here, and then I start tweaking out, and then I'll get something stupid, like I'll get like out with my friends and I'm getting a Diet Coke and 3 wings or something. So yeah, I've started to move slightly away from tracking calories, but like I still know how much I'm consuming. So currently, for example, I am trying to cut down to balance out my midsection a little bit better. But currently I am like 57 kilos, so I don't know how far I'm gonna go with this. Like every single like weight I lose, I feel like I have to lose more, and then I end up just sort of in this like endless weight loss journey, which I'm sure a lot of you guys can probably relate to if you're losing weight too, or because everyone usually because I guarantee you a lot of you are going to be feeling the same way when you're losing weight. Yeah, I'm just putting the chicken in the wrap now. I often feel that wraps like one of my favorite food. They have like almost everything you want. Like you have your source of like protein, then you've got your carb source, and I love carbs. I know a lot of people like to do like carnivore diets or low carb diets. I love carbs, dude. There'll be days where I go like 400 grams of carbs. I've done days where I've eaten like 500 grams of sugar alone, which as a dental student probably doesn't sound good, but I wouldn't recommend it. I do it because I have a very high metabolic rate due to me working out regularly. And during that time period, I was working out twice a day. So I was taking it quite hard. I do my like a 2-hour weight training workout in which it would be very high intensity but still low volume. I'd rest quite long in between my sets. And then after that, I'd employ what I do is I would do cardio at a different time during the day to prevent myself from so I would do cardio at a different time in the day, ideally in the morning, if my workout's in the evening. The reason for this was because to make sure that me running out of gas wasn't a limiting factor during a lot of my weight loss, during a lot of my weight lifts. So that's why I would employ cardio. But during this time period, I got really bad insomnia. I couldn't sleep. I had like 2 to 3 hours of sleep a day, and it was genuinely horrible. Yeah, so I was tweaking out. I had uni at the time as well, and it was a horrible time period. I had 2 to 3 hours of sleep a day. I had a very hard time like falling asleep. Then I'd just wake up after 2 hours and I couldn't fall back asleep. But yeah, I'm gonna put you guys on a sauce real quick. Nos chili garlic. This is that Pakistani chili sauce. And then also I've used a little bit of garlic and herb sauce here. I keep this one on the low because it's 1 serving, 43 calories, and that's 15 grams per tablespoon. So it's a little on the high side compared to what I like. But yeah, that's the wrap done. Just gonna wrap it up, put it in the microwave. And that's gonna be around about 450 calories, and there's at least 130 grams of chicken breast there, which will be around like 30 grams of protein. A little more than 30 grams. It'll be like 34, like the whole thing with the cheese, with the wrap, around 45 grams of protein. And yeah, that's I feel like this is kind of treating me better than tracking everything meticulously on MyFitnessPal, because I'm not in like a vigorous weight loss journey right now. I am already quite lean, as you guys can see from like my previous gym photos, etc. I'm just trying to like balance out my midsection a little bit. So I have max maybe like 2 kilograms to lose. And I'll be 55 at like 180 centimeters tall, which is it's weird when you say out loud. It's weird when you say out loud, but those who go to the gym, like if you go to the gym and if you've done like an aggressive weight loss journey, then you know that your first one, you always end up losing a lot more weight than you think you have to lose.
So yeah, those are the 3 mistakes I made in year 1 of university. I hope this video helps you guys in knowing what mistakes not to do, because you don't want to make the mistakes I made. And yeah, I hope that you guys are able to go into university next year. You want to be sociable, you want to be likable, you want to make sure you're building a network, and you want to make sure that you're also managing your academics well and being productive, not just keeping yourself busy. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe. And if you are a A-level student, GCSE student, whatever, I have a free school community I've linked down below. And in this school community, we have over 400 like-minded individuals to yourselves who enjoy revising, productivity. All in all, it's just a great thing. We just talk, we do general discussions on there as well. It's really fun. And yeah, it's free. So I hope you guys join that below. And yeah, you will see me on there sometimes too. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and leave a like. And yeah, I'll hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye.